In the bottom left, playing as the blue player, we have Master of Math on Vesper. And in the top right in red, playing as Wulfar, it is the one, the only SneakyDragon. And they are going to be playing the most standard opening you will ever see, where they will be going swords until they have enough economy to do otherwise. Sword comes out here. There was a point where you could go mage turn 2, but both of these players favoring swords, they're just going to do very standard capture phase. They're both going center as well, which is interesting. Sneaky knocks down that village with his sword. He wants to deny income from his opponent, which makes sense. Goes up to 600 to 400. Gonna use this sword for back capture most likely, and then this sword to capture along this left path. Math, seeing that this village was decapped, does the same. I think that was the plan all along anyway, but I'm gonna pretend it was in response. And we're gonna see this commander go forward. No, it doesn't. It doesn't go for a capture. It's gonna move towards the enemy headquarters very, very slowly. That is very strange. And a knight comes out to threaten. Is Math going to go for some kind of headquarters cheese? I don't like his chances if he tries to. Sneaky has enough time to build even a spear at this point. That will reach there to the headquarters in time. He's going to capture both these villages. It's going to take a long time to punch down. Gives him a lot more income. Knight comes out, which is great at countering any kind of aggressive play into the HQ. Moves his own commander that way. Interesting. Could have gone for economy, but instead chooses to go for counter pressure? There's a question in there because he isn't able to afford a knight on offense. He's going for the knight on defense. And Math? Able to take this village before Sneaky is. I feel like a spear out of this barracks and a knight up here would have been more effective. So he has a bunch of options. He can try and bully these soldiers away. And would actually be able to survive if he did. Soldiers only do 15 on average. So he could just walk forwards and have this soldier decap and the other soldier come up behind. Sneaky. Using to, ooh, that's a bit awkward. This knight can get crit from above and Vesper could finish it off. And he wouldn't be able to crit it back. Ideally this sword needs to move to here just to cover. The Sneaky's gonna have to play a really good defense here. Math is playing this map very aggressively, and this is something that was much stronger on the previous version of this map, but Math is confident in making it work. Okay, this gonna be very safe with Wulfar and elect to decap this next turn potentially. This soldier up in this forest here is gonna be really effective at dealing and pushing pressure on this soldier. Ooh, I don't know about that. Like, he gets the capture and it puts him on equal income, but This is very interesting. I'd actually kind of like to see Sneaky go for this tower next. And use this to capture this village. The good thing about the tower is that you can then start getting harpies out, and there's a lot of flagstone to mess with them, but uses that knight to decap instead of being aggressive. Could have just killed this knight up here, but elects not to. And this knight's now in crit range of the back part of this stronghold. Soldier could move back to cover it though. Oh, it's so awkward. This soldier moves and captures here. But Wulfar is going to be able to play aggressive and start knocking villages down. He'll end the next turn with Groove. But there's nothing really expensive on this side. Ooh. That's a bit awkward. If he had enough money to build aggressive units out here, like a knight, he'd be able to afford to just destroy this headquarters. But because he went for knights on defense instead of spears, his income is limited. Gonna see this sword capture this village any moment now. Okay, goes for the captures. Creates the wall again. Gets a kind of mini surround on Vesper. She isn't easily able to attack any of these units. Knight moves into a crit position. Anything that tries to hit this knight is going to get a crit in the face. Goes for the tower. Probably going to see... Oh, he could bank and get a dragon. Like a mage comes out here, another sword comes out here. Yeah, mage comes out. He wants the ability to do tempo plays where he heals. Also, the mage can capture this, and the sword can move forward as well. Dog comes out. That's actually a really good choice. You're going to be able to deal with these swords and zone them out very effectively. Okay, we got Master Math. He has a tower up. But here's the awkward thing, is because you have a full health Wulfar here. Ooh, Vesper's going to have clouds in a little bit. But because Wulfar has full groove, any kind of like dragon play is going to be really hard to pull off against him, because he can yeet it into like millions of tiles of flagstone. There's also tons of mountain to play with, so knights are just huge targets for getting killed by it as well. And because the towers, because there's some stuff near mountains, like this tower for example, and units do tend to sit near the mountains as well, you can yeet knights onto the mountains and kill stuff next to them, like this village, this pike for example, this tower as pointed out earlier. Ooh, but we got spears and a golem coming out. I think we are going to see a dragon response, because they are really strong against golems, and Sneaky is taking a lot of villages. Gonna have a big income to play with. He's going to try and kill this knight, or at least do a lot of damage to it. If this comes down to 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yep. This now covers this for criticals. So if this knight dies, the thing that tries to kill it will eat a crit in the face. And we're just seeing these constant recaptures. Vesper is going to be really vulnerable to getting killed here. Probably going to see a dragon come out just to pressure. Golem comes out instead, wants to play a big defensive unit. Second dog. Makes sense, dog works great in pairs. Yeah, alright, so obvious move, Golem just walks forward. Doesn't kill this knight. Runs that knight back to heal. I think this knight's also just going to retreat as well, and we're going to see a big stalemate happen here. Honestly, wouldn't mind seeing a trebuchet come out and have it come down this path here. Golem could walk in front and be a wall. Trebuchet, really good on defense here. Just like leave a sword blocking this kind of pathway here. Might even see the spears go up and try and neutralize this village. Take a look at the income. Sneaky has 1500 gold next turn. We could very well see Dragon next turn come out of him. Okay, he's gonna have slightly less, but not by a huge amount. Alright, and what are we gonna see here? Wulfar goes for the capture. He can yeet anything he wants. He's got enough units behind him to kill stuff. Dog's probably gonna come and reinforce as well. Golem moves forward. Very strong option. Another golem comes out. He's just gonna churn golems out. I'm not a huge... I don't dislike this, but I also do think that once you have enough of a golem wall, you can just build a trebuchet. And it will slowly walk its way down. And you'll have golems to wall in front. He's got a mage behind them, so... This should be good. One, two, three. So that could die to a Night Crate in theory, but I don't think it will. Ooh, Vesper's gonna end our next turn with Groove. Wulfar's just moving his army down here. He could be trying to trap Vesper. I love this dog position actually. If a sword tried to do something there, dog comes down and hits it from a mountain. Well, not a mountain, from a forest even. It's a big deal. And this mage is in a nice position, doesn't need to move. Just sit there and be safe. Could actually go and take the hideout though. Nah, decides to just stay still. We got Mask going into turn 8. People asking for overview. So equal unit count. Income heavily in favor of Sneaky. But not quite for long. He's gonna start decapping villages. Vesper doesn't even need to attack this turn. Might even see her heal. No, it goes for the decap. Wants to deny Sneaky. Quite a lot of money actually, that's 400 gold denied. Vesper a little bit vulnerable on this road. But not overly so. This forest is actually preventing the golem from walking up and hitting her from the mountain. And I guess actually this is why you would want 2 golems and not a trebuchet at this point, because otherwise Vesper would be able to heal pretty effectively. Or not heal very effectively. She would be able to throw a smoke cloud down. And that would be a problem. What I suspect is going to happen here is the dog's going to walk down. Or maybe the sword will walk down, hit that, knock it to low health, and then we'll see Wulfar Groove. And kill the soldier and injure 2 units at the same time. That is my suspicion. We're gonna see what Sneaky goes for. I don't think Vesper is dead by any means, but I think she is quite vulnerable. Taking a lot of damage, if nothing else. Ooh, that golem can be night crit as well. Alright, doesn't elect to use Groove yet. Just gonna kill him, sword off for free. Probably gonna see a recapture on this village and this village. Yep. A lot of damage can come down here though. Night crit onto this means that the golems aren't gonna face golem retaliation. Ooh. I like that decap. Oh, opens up that night crit. I didn't even see that. That was really good. Suddenly no mage. Could see these get recaptured. Golem walks down, just hits the spear. Doesn't even need to worry about Vesper. Just trap her in there. Okay, goes for the spear. Let's see body blocks come in. This knight could get trapped. Okay, gonna hit the spear with the knight. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Knight can die next turn for free. Golem wars come in. This golem gets a not amazing roll. But Vesper's trapped. Fighting out of this is going to be quite difficult. And a witch comes in. Oh, but golf is on board, so... There are some spooky options here. And yeah, I think this dog up here is just going to pull back a bit. Yeah. He's moving this army up, but there's a lot of army here that isn't going to do anything. Knight gets killed, so Vesper can kind of run away. I do think this is going to be quite easy to clean up, though, like the units around Vesper. Gonna do a bit of damage. Golem could walk down and kill the knight. No, Vesper's just gonna attack herself. Right, kills the knight. Probably gonna see this mage go for a heal. Maybe capture this village. The other thing to note here as well is that this barracks is quite vulnerable too. Mage heal comes in. That sword could die though. That's huge. Something could get golfed into the middle of this. No, not anymore. That option is off the table. This knight actually can't kill these units. And is now stuck. And Matt's just gonna march this army forward. So the thing here, Sneaky, okay, this is quite a vulnerable position for Matt's army to be in, but he needs to play as well. Otherwise, he's just gonna lose on this flank up here. And Math does have the option of being able to groove if he wants to. Alright, injures the dog. Makes sense, the dog is a potential extra damage dealer to this golem. That said, this dog is now a projectile that will always die. Mage comes down here. Might see another mage here. Possibly an archer? Maybe a spear? Decent job during these. Mage could come in and do extra heals if needed. Goes for a knight. Okay. Opens up a knight crit if needed. Something that hits this from above. Knight crit could hit that from above if not blocked correctly. And how will Sneaky respond? This is going to be an awkward turn. I think he should definitely not go for the lethal this turn and try and go for damage. But he's gonna hit Vesper if nothing else. Oh, this dog could have hit this sword as well. Actually quite a key unit. This is such an awkward spot. That sword is so well positioned. And yeah, people were pointing out in chat that using the mage to hit the spear wasn't the best idea because that heal would have been clutch right now. And I agree, there's a lot of really good heal targets here. Sneaky's gonna burn quite a lot of time on this turn. And Wulfar's just a bit too far out of position to do anything. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you could go up here, like you could knock it into that. Knock down that village. I don't know if that's like good enough for what it would be able to do. The unfortunate reality is you just can't surround Vesper. And the other thing as well is like you can't hit this golem and clear this side. Like Wulfar's 1 square too far away. Might actually, given the amount of time that's left, because he's burning a lot on this turn, I think he shouldn't focus on the lethal. He should just try and do as much damage as possible. He also needs to be really careful not to get Wulfar surrounded, because Vesper could drop her groove on him. Ooh, I like that, especially if there's a hex follow-up. Doesn't knock down the village? I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Alright, good use of the witch. Dragon comes out. Now this is a very good unit. But actually I would have... Oh no, I guess like if you'd hexed, like dragon wouldn't have been an option. I know Sneaky's living up to his name. And banks money to use Hex and Dragon this turn. This golems are really actually both these are really awkward percentages. Because they will definitely get crit if anything tries to hit them again. Let's actually have a look at the income right now. Sneaky still has a good lead. I don't think this can go down. But he can definitely clear the dog. Can definitely grab these one or two of these villages if he wants to. Vesper is still in not a great position. This dragon is a huge threat. 2 golems on the field. No mage, which is very unfortunate. So this mage is going to be quite clutch. And damaging Vesper. She can't heal fully off this village. She can't reach this village. So she's going to be injured for the next turn. I guess ideally you want to see this golem go down and then kill the witch. But he's still really under a lot of pressure. Okay, injures with the sword. Doesn't go for these captures. Decides to focus on reducing Sneaky's money as opposed to gaining his own. But Sneaky's still in a very good position. And very interesting to note, he's just held his groove this whole time. He's going to be coming very handy in this situation. And these injured units are actually kind of almost a hindrance. Because, like, what are you gonna do? Like, they're blocking space, they can't kill anything. They'll die if they attack. Yeah, I like this from Sneaky. He wasn't greedy. Okay, he's gonna kill units where he can, but... his options are limited. Alright, good sword crit. Heals the spear? Okay. This is a block of units here. It'll be such a pain to clear them out. This knight is just completely unable to do anything other than just attack other units. Ooh. And there comes the I'm going to hit you with my weaker attack and go down and beat. This is actually a huge issue now because of that health. It's at the exact point where Wulfar could groove it, kill it with groove, and hit something. And he can choose which side to hit it from. And even if he doesn't kill this by using the groove.
Welcome to the darkness.
Okay, good smoke. Keeps all the units alive for another turn, can potentially run back. Funnily enough, forgets to use the knight to kill one of these 2 units. Knight dies, these units are alive. You can see the sword run up and capture that. There aren't much golf targets here. Something I'd kind of like to see, I don't know if it's possible. 75. You're talking huge gamble on the hard roll.
Off you go.
Alright. Where's this dog going? Oh, nice. Witch Hex is going to finish this golem off. And deal extra damage to this mage. And actually just everything. That was a really good use of Wargroove. If that dog had died from the knight, then that would have been a big play. Ooh, golem goes down. This golem could potentially heal. Yeah, he's just gonna run back and heal his units. Get into a good position to deal more damage later. And by leaving this alive on low health, Wulfar is going to be able to farm it for Groove next turn potentially. But these units down here will live. I think Vesper can escape now, especially now that, well, the balloon could come around, but there is a witch that will cover. Mage could run up and hit the witch. Not ideal positioning. 135 should kill the witch. We'll lose the mage in exchange for it though. But he has a second one. I'm fairly confident that would kill. I actually think if he'd hexed the witch, he would have been safer. Like, this witch could have been in a more aggressive position and hexed more units. Like, if it had been there, it would have hexed Golem and like all of this and potentially survived the witch counter or the mage counter attack. Okay, good night crit comes out. Math has been behind on income this whole time, so. And now Vesper's still not in a great spot. Like, okay, the mages are gonna deal with these air units quite well, but a lot of this force is still injured. And he doesn't have a lot of money to rebuild his army, whereas, you know, there's a dragon out in the field. Mage is gonna come forward to a covered position. Should be able to deal with that quite effectively. You could kill the witch. I guess you're feeding Wulfar Groove though if you do that. Wulfar has some nice targets. You could kill this knight, kill this village. Vesper needs to be somewhere where she isn't right now. I wonder if Matt's even going to see that he can just kill the witch. Or maybe he does know about it and he's just choosing not to. And they're burning a lot of time on these turns. This is very complicated. Healed. Ooh. That is very risky. Because now this barracks is going to be on very low health for quite a while. Wulfar, in theory, could build up Groove and decap it using a golf. The one thing Math really has going for him is his unit count's quite a bit higher. And this big army up here is slowly just going to walk its way across the map. Heals the mage, heals Vesper. Are we gonna see this witch go down? Leaves two sides open. Heals instead, so witch is still available. Ooh, I don't know about that. Like, Wulfar could clear Witch Hex plus Golem hit plus Dragon hit. A lot of damage. If this dog was injured, I think this would be game. But we're gonna see what Sneaky goes for. Decaps the village. I think a play that involves the witch. Alright, can actually kill that. Goes for the very safe option with this dragon, picking off that unit. Ooh, golem comes down, deals damage. I like this a lot. The mage can still make it through. So I guess the dog needs to cover? I think he's just given up on this front up here. I'd actually really like to see this sword capture this hideout. And build a rifle to defend. All of this is infantry, well, like, aside from the dog, but a lot of this is infantry, so he can start shooting anything that comes that way. No, he sends the sword down. Dog comes through. This witch needs to be somewhere where it's going to be able to get some better value. Yeah, that dog. Ooh, so if the witch can potentially go in and hit the dragon. I don't know how I feel about that. This witch needs to be somewhere else. Well, the mage can go through and hit the dragon even. The witch needs to back off. It does. Yeah, it's in actually the safest square it can be. What will Sneaky go for? I honestly think he should have captured the hideout and gotten a rifle out. But I guess they're both playing really aggressive. The timer is going to come into play here. Gets a golem out. That's actually a really nice choice. There's nothing here that can really scratch a golem. Doesn't build out of this barracks. Decides to save the money. Ends. Oh, actually, he didn't have enough. And math? Oh, I think he had potentially as lethal. He did 11%. Oh, I think actually, is Wulfar just dead? No, he overextended and didn't cover. And math. He takes it. Oh, that must be such a painful way to lose. He needed something to cover that mountain. But well played to Master of Math for holding on and realizing that there was an opportunity for a kill. And SneakyDragon goes out in 5th place. Master of Math. Goes on to the semi-finals. I think a lot of people expected this. That was, in fact, a well-played game and a well-played set.